Hear this with the fullness of your heart and the clarity of your mind. Nothing and nobody will hurt you ever again. This is not a mere hope. It is the divine truth that resonates through the very core of your being. A power far greater than the forces of the world surrounds you, a radiant shield of divine protection that no shadow, no malice, no fear can penetrate. Cast off the heavy chains of the past, the memories that sting, the voices that doubted you, the moments when pain seemed to claim victory. Those are but whispers of yesterday, powerless against the mighty fortress you now command. Forgive and release, for in doing so, you declare freedom. Freedom from the hurt, freedom from the lies that said you were weak or vulnerable. You are neither. Remember, every word you speak is a seed sown deep within your soul. When you say, "Nothing and nobody will hurt me ever again," you are not merely speaking, you are commanding the very laws of the universe to bend in your favor. Your thoughts shape your world, and your declarations are the architects of your destiny. Speak boldly, think fiercely, for you are the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. Understand this truth. Harm is an illusion, a phantom that can only enter your life if you invite it. You hold the key to your own sanctuary, a sanctuary built on unwavering inner strength. No outside force can touch the invincible spirit within you. Stand tall in this realization. Rise above the turmoil and recognize that peace is your birthright. And when you live free from fear, joy bursts forth like a river breaking through a dam. Abundance flows into your life effortlessly. Love surrounds you as naturally as the air you breathe. Expect this, claim this, and watch as the universe conspires to keep you safe, to lift you higher, and to shower you with blessings beyond measure. So today, proclaim with a mighty voice and a fearless heart, "Nothing and nobody will hurt me ever again." This is your truth, your power, your promise. Walk forward into life knowing that you are protected, cherished, and unstoppable. The past, with all its scars and shadows, often seems to hold an unyielding grip on our present moment. It whispers stories of pain, betrayal, disappointment, and fear, urging us to carry those burdens as if they were the very fabric of our being. But hear this, those wounds, those moments that once hurt you deeply, have no power to define your life unless you give them permission. You are not the prisoner of yesterday's pains. The moment you choose to forgive, whether it be others or even yourself, you break the chains that have bound you. Forgiveness is not a gift to someone else. It is a sacred liberation for your own soul. It is the key that opens the prison door to your heart, allowing you to step into a space where the past can no longer hurt you or hold you back. Imagine what life becomes when you release the heavy baggage of resentment and regret. The weight of old hurts melts away, and with that weight gone, the horizon of your life expands. No longer shackled by fear or anger, your spirit is free to soar on the wings of peace and joy. This is not a passive release but a deliberate, courageous act of reclaiming your power. It is saying to the universe, "I refuse to be a victim. I choose to live in the light of freedom." By letting go, you make room for the new, for healing, and for a future that is unmarked by the pains of your past. But releasing the past requires more than a fleeting thought or empty words. It demands a deep inner commitment. It means confronting the memories that hurt and recognizing them for what they truly are. Lessons, not life sentences. Every trial you have faced, every heartache endured, has been a stepping stone toward your greater strength. When you affirm your freedom from past wounds, you affirm your sovereignty over your own life. You take back the power that was lost the moment pain took hold, and you shine that power like a beacon, a bold declaration that no harm from the past can enter your present reality. Embracing this freedom also means walking away from old stories of victimhood and despair. It is stepping out of the shadows of what happened to me, and into the radiant light of what I choose now. This is where true transformation begins. You rewrite your narrative with words of healing and hope, and you anchor yourself in the truth that your worth and peace are not dependent on others' actions or past events. You are whole, unbreakable, and divine. When you claim this freedom, your life begins to shift in remarkable ways. Relationships once clouded by pain become clearer and more compassionate. Opportunities that seemed lost reappear with fresh promise, and your spirit becomes a magnet for joy and success. The past no longer calls the shots. Your present does. And in that present, you are free to create a life that reflects the true power and beauty of your soul. Nothing, absolutely nothing, and nobody from the past can hurt you ever again. Every word we speak, every thought we entertain, is far more powerful than most realize. These are not mere sounds or fleeting mental images. They are the very seeds from which our reality blossoms. The mind is a fertile garden, and our words and thoughts are the seeds we plant. If we sow seeds of fear, doubt, and negativity, we nurture a harvest of struggle, pain, and limitation. But when we speak boldly and think clearly, planting seeds of faith, strength, and unwavering belief, we cultivate a life filled with success, peace, and protection. It is through the creative power of our words and thoughts that we become the architects of our destiny. When you declare, "Nothing and nobody will hurt me ever again," you are not simply uttering a hopeful phrase, you are commanding the universe itself. You are invoking a divine law that responds to the vibration of your words and the conviction of your heart. This declaration is an affirmation, a sacred contract with the unseen forces that govern your life. It is a shield forged in the fire of your certainty, protecting you from harm before it even approaches. The power lies not just in saying these words, but in believing them so deeply that they reshape your inner world and, consequently, your outer reality. The subconscious mind, that vast, unseen powerhouse within you, does not distinguish between reality and imagination. It takes every word you say, every thought you hold on to, and works tirelessly to bring it into manifestation. This means that what you constantly tell yourself, whether out loud or silently, becomes the blueprint for your life. If you repeatedly whisper doubts and fears, your subconscious mind builds walls of limitation and invites struggle. But when you speak with authority and conviction, you rewrite that blueprint, creating pathways of safety, success, and joy. Understanding this creative power means understanding your role as a conscious creator. You are not a passive bystander in the theater of your life. Instead, you are the director, the screenwriter, the very artist who paints the scenes you live. Every affirmation is a brushstroke on the canvas of your future. So choose your words with intention and speak with the authority of one who knows that the invisible is responding to your command. Let your thoughts be clear, focused, and charged with faith. Let your words be a declaration of victory and invincibility. The moment you embrace this truth, you shift your entire perspective. You no longer wait for external conditions to change or for protection to come from outside yourself. Instead, you become a fortress of power, anchored in your own mind and spirit. Nothing can penetrate this fortress because it is built on the unshakable foundation of your conscious declarations. This is not mere wishful thinking. It is the practical application of a universal law, waiting for you to claim it. So speak boldly, think fiercely, and affirm relentlessly. Let your words be the thunderclap that shatters the illusion of harm and fear. Declare with every fiber of your being that nothing and nobody will hurt you ever again, and watch as your life transforms, guarded and guided by the creative power within you. Many of us live our lives believing that the threats and dangers we face come from outside ourselves, that harm is something imposed upon us by external circumstances, people, or events. Yet, this belief, though widely accepted, is a powerful illusion. True harm, real pain, can only touch us if we invite it inside, if we allow it to penetrate the fortress of our mind and heart. The external world can only affect us to the degree that we give it power. When we grasp this truth, we begin to reclaim an invincible sovereignty over our own being. Think about it. No matter what storms rage around us, there is a sanctuary within that no tempest can breach. This sanctuary is the place of inner strength, peace, and absolute certainty. It is a refuge that cannot be shaken by angry words, cruel actions, or fearful circumstances. The moment you recognize that harm is only possible when it is accepted within, you begin to live untouchable. You become the calm eye of the storm, steady and unyielding amidst chaos. When you stop reacting to every perceived attack or slight, you drain the power those events hold over you. To respond with fear or pain is to open the gates to your inner citadel and let the enemy in. But when you hold fast to your inner peace, when you refuse to feed the fires of negativity, the attacks bounce harmlessly off you like raindrops on a mountain peak. You develop an armor forged by the unbreakable belief in your own worth, your own right to peace, and your own divine protection. This understanding elevates you beyond the victim mindset, where you see yourself at the mercy of forces outside your control. Instead, you step into the role of the empowered master of your own experience. No matter what chaos may unfold in the world, your inner fortress remains intact, impenetrable, and sovereign. It is not the absence of challenge that makes you strong, but the unwavering refusal to let external circumstances dictate your peace or diminish your spirit. The illusions of harm are often born from fear and misunderstanding. When you perceive danger, pain, or threat, you are confronting your own interpretation of the event, not necessarily the event itself. By mastering your perceptions, by consciously choosing to see beyond the illusion, you disarm what once seemed dangerous. What looked like a threat becomes a mere shadow passing through your life, unable to attach itself or cause real damage. As you cultivate this inner strength, you become a beacon of calm and resilience, inspiring others with the powerful example of your peace. Your life becomes a testimony that true protection is not something given or taken by others. It is created and sustained within. You hold the key to your own freedom, and once you step inside this truth, you live untouchable by the seeming chaos outside. Nothing, absolutely nothing, and nobody can hurt you if you refuse to let them. Your invincible spirit stands tall, rooted in a sanctuary of unshakable strength, peace, and divine protection. This is the power of inner strength, the power that no external force can ever overcome. To live with the joyful expectation of safety and abundance is to step into a new dimension of life, a life where fear no longer has a foothold and every moment pulses with promise and possibility. When you release the shackles of doubt and pain, you make room for a flood of blessings to enter your experience. This expectation is not wishful thinking or blind optimism. It is a powerful, unwavering faith in the divine order of the universe and in your rightful place within it. When you carry this joy and confidence in your heart, you magnetize all that you desire: peace, prosperity, love, and protection, toward you effortlessly. Imagine waking each day with a deep certainty that nothing can harm you, that you are wrapped in an invisible cloak of divine safety. How would this transform your actions, your decisions, your relationships? You would move boldly, freely, and confidently, knowing that the universe conspires to guard and guide you. This fearless expectation ignites a vibrant energy within, a magnetic force that draws success and abundance like a powerful current pulling a boat to shore. It opens doors that once seemed closed and reveals opportunities that were hidden in plain sight. Living with joyful expectation means embracing the truth that safety is not merely the absence of danger but the presence of peace, love, and divine favor. It means recognizing that your life is supported by an infinite intelligence that never fails, never tires, and never forgets. When you align yourself with this intelligence, you become a beacon of light in a world that often feels dark and uncertain. Your joy radiates outward, uplifting others, and your confidence invites miracles to enter your life. This expectation also frees you from the paralysis of fear and worry. When you know, deep in your soul, that you are protected and cared for, you no longer waste precious energy on anxiety or doubt. Instead, you channel your focus toward growth, creativity, and fulfillment. You become a magnet for positive experiences and relationships because your spirit vibrates at a frequency that attracts goodness. People and circumstances respond to your energy, creating a cycle of abundance that feeds your joy and expands your horizons. Abundance itself takes on a new meaning when it flows from this place of joyful expectation. It is not just about material wealth or external success, it is the richness of life in all its forms: health, love, peace, creativity, and purpose. When you live with this mindset, you understand that you are worthy of every good thing and that the universe delights in your happiness and prosperity. Your safety and abundance are intertwined, each nourishing the other in a beautiful dance of life. So step boldly into this joyful expectation. Let it fill your heart and mind until it becomes your natural state of being. Know that you are eternally safe, eternally loved, and eternally abundant. With this truth as your foundation, nothing and nobody can ever hurt you again. Instead, Your life will be a testament to the limitless blessings that flow when you live in harmony with the divine promise of protection and prosperity.